Hachette Audio presents Roses, written by Leila Meacham, read by Coleen Marlo.
And here I prophesy, this brawl today, grown to this faction in the temple garden, shall send, between the red rose and the white, 1,000 souls to death and deadly night. Earl of Warwick, in William Shakespeare's Henry VI, Part 1, Act 2, Scene 4. Part 1, Chapter 1. Halbutker, Texas, August 1985. At his desk, Amos Hines turned over the last sheet of the 2-page legal document he'd been instructed to read. His mouth had gone dry as wheat chaff, and for a moment he could only blink in dazed disbelief at his client and longtime friend seated before his desk. A woman he had admired, revered, for 40 years and had thought he knew. He searched her expression for indications that age had finally affected her faculties, but she stared back with all the clear-eyed acuity for which she was renowned. Working saliva into his mouth, he asked, "Is this codicil for real, Mary? You've sold the farms and changed your will?" Mary Toliver Dumont nodded, the waves of her coiffed white head catching the light from the French windows. "Yes, to both, Amos. I know you're shocked, and this isn't a nice way to repay all your years of service and devotion. But you'd have been deeply hurt if I'd put this business in the hands of another attorney." "Indeed I would have," he said. "Another attorney would not have tried to talk you into rethinking this codicil, at least the part that can be revised." There was no rescuing Toliver Farms, Mary's enormous cotton holdings that she'd sold in secret negotiations the past month, a fact concealed from her great niece sitting in ignorance out in Lubbock, Texas, as manager of Toliver Farms West. "There's nothing to revise, Amos," Mary said with a trace of asperity. "What's done is done, and there's no change in my mind. You'd waste your time and mine by trying." "Has Rachel done something to offend you?" he asked evenly, swiveling his chair around to a credenza. He reached for a carafe and noticed his hand shook as he poured 2 glasses of water. He would have preferred something stronger, but Mary never touched alcohol. "Is that why you sold the farms and amended your will?" "Oh, good Lord, no," Mary said, sounding horrified. "You must never believe that. My great niece has done nothing."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?